Hi, it's Joe Mazumdar of Exploration Insights. I'm at the January 2023 edition of the Metals Investor Forum in Vancouver, and with me is the President CEO of Azimut Exploration, Jean-Marc Lulin. Jean-Marc, how's it going? Azimut is a prospect generator, which goes up and down with respect to retail investors' interest. But I would say that one thing that interests me and why I own shares in Azimut is because of the longevity of the business plan, the fact that they haven't gone to market that many times. It's been around for more than 2 decades, applying their own sort of technology to find different types of mineral deposits, and it's multi-commodity. So can you go a little bit through the strategy of how Azimut developed over the last couple of decades?
Yeah. Our business essentially is driven by data processing. This is really our core business, advanced data processing applied to mineral exploration. And in order to better appraise the exploration risk, starting at the right places is absolutely key when you do mineral exploration. And one of the ways to reduce the exploration risk is to start at the right place. And to start at the right place, you have to work with data.
And so that got you into the Elmer property.
Yes.
And led to the discovery of Pat 1 a couple of years ago. And so what's happening with Pat 1 now?
We are advancing toward a maiden mineral resource estimate. We try to accelerate as much as possible to produce this 43-101 report, which will crystallize a value for the company and for the shareholders. We are still awaiting some drill results. This should be received very, very soon. End of Q1 or Q2, we should be able to deliver something significant.
Okay, so that's Pat 1, which was found by, and that's wholly owned by you, not in a joint venture with anybody
no
else.
NSR, anything else.
Okay, and that project, was generated through your proprietary technology, but that also you've created joint ventures around the properties that you've staked and claimed, which include the Wapiti one that's right next door.
Yes.
But interestingly enough, the ASX company you have a joint venture with went in there for gold originally, but it's not gold that you're drilling for now.
It may be still for gold, but we started as usual. We started to do a systematic survey covering the property, an airborne survey. This led us to recognize an unexpected target, which is a very strong mag anomaly. Immediately we recognize the potential for having a nickel copper mineralization related to an ultramafic body. On the first field day, we have been able to uncover a new copper nickel showing related to this type of intrusion. Essentially, we have to take into account the data you are working with, be flexible, be pragmatic, but also be systematic.
So not only are we doing gold here, which is your wholly owned Elmer property, but you're also looking at nickel. You've staked a lot of new targets for nickel, but also you've got copper earnings up north, further up with Rex. And then newly, you've looked at properties that you have with SOQUEM previously for gold, and now you're looking at lithium. So how does that work within what you're doing?
In fact, we are not an opportunistic company, but we are looking for opportunities. And again, the James Bay region by itself is really surging as a lithium bearing mineral province. It's new. It's a new exploration paradigm, which is strongly supported by the Quebec government as well. We know that Quebec will be positioned to become very shortly a major lithium producer in North America. and the feed will arrive from the James Bay region. There are still many discoveries to be made in the region, and we have data knowing the new discoveries which have been made by Patriot Battery Metals and also Winsome Resources. We started looking about the lithium potential on our own properties, and of course we know that there is a very strong potential on our own properties, which are located directly on strike, directly adjacent to major discoveries.
So in terms of with the minutes we have left, could you give us an idea, like if somebody didn't own Azimut, what kind of news flow they should expect in 2023 from the prospect generator? That incidentally is not only in the James Bay region, which is located in Quebec, which is right now one of the top 2 jurisdictions in the world.
Yeah. News flow related to the Elmer discovery. There is, hopefully, we believe that we will find more than one zone on the Elmer property. We are looking along strike of the initial discovery site and also along subparallel faults. We expect to be able to prove that there is more than one zone on the Elmer project. This can be part of the news flow. We are expecting delivering a summary of our progress on the Wapiti property, on the Kukamas property, which has been recently optioned by a major European company, one of the largest copper producers in Europe. You can also expect news on the nickel front and on the lithium front as well. We are advancing a large spectrum of projects concurrently. Some of them are under option by partners, and we are also working by ourselves on some other. We have also 2 strategic agreements with SOQUEM, which is a governmental company, very proactive, very good relationship with SOQUEM as well.
So in terms of making new deals, or some of these nickel and the new lithium projects, are you looking to deal those as well?
Several ways. In fact, it's possible that we will keep for ourselves several of the blocks to advance this block by ourselves.
Nickel and lithium.
Yeah, lithium and lithium. And some of these properties will be worked, especially the lithium ones, with SOQUEM, because we are in joint venture. But in the meantime, we are potentially looking to enlarge our partnerships and offer some of these properties to partners.
Okay, great. Okay, so that's Jean-Marc Lulin, who's the President and CEO of Azimut Exploration. Azimut is a prospect generator in the James Bay region of northern Quebec, one of the premier jurisdictions. But I guess the emphasis right here, it's not only a gold story, but multi-commodity. And as people start talking about critical minerals, then we start realizing that Quebec's a good host for a lot of these minerals, and the Quebec government is really pushing to develop these projects in Quebec, and it looks like Azimut is well placed. So thank you very much, Jean-Marc.
Thank you, Joe.
And thank you for joining us. It's Joe Mazumdar, Exploration Insights, at the January 2023 edition of the Metals Investment Forum. Thank you.